Buying a home with a friend, sibling, or even your parents might sound like a great way to afford more house. But before you sign on the dotted line, let's talk about what really comes with shared ownership. Hey, I'm David with Hanson Capital Homes, and today I'm walking you through the key things to consider if you're thinking about buying a home with friends or family, so you can protect your relationship and your investment. Let's start with the pros. You can combine incomes to qualify for more. You might afford a bigger home or better location, and you can split upfront costs like the down payment, closing costs, and monthly expenses. Sounds great, right? But here's where the cons come in. When multiple people share ownership, everything from mortgage payments to maintenance decisions to exit plans has to be clearly defined. If someone loses their job, wants to move out, or disagrees about selling later, things can get complicated fast. That's why you absolutely need a legal agreement, even if you're buying with your best friend or your own sibling. You'll want to define who's on the mortgage, how ownership is split, who pays for what, utilities, taxes, repairs, what happens if one of you wants to sell or refinance, and how disputes will be resolved if they come up. Next, let's talk about credit and co-signers. If one person has great credit and the other doesn't, the lower score can drag down your loan terms. And if someone is co-signing but not living in the home, they're still legally on the hook for the loan. That can impact their ability to borrow later too. Another thing most people overlook? The exit plan. What happens if one of you gets married, moves for a job, or wants out early? Will you sell, buy the other person out, rent the room? The time to decide that is before you close, not when emotions are running high later. So, how do you make shared ownership work? Be honest about finances up front. Hire a real estate attorney to draft a co-ownership agreement, choose the right loan structure and ownership title. And most of all, treat it like a business, even if it's family bottom line. Buying with someone else can be a smart way to get into the market, but only if you go in with your eyes open and the right plan in place. If you're exploring shared ownership and want help putting together the right team, from lender to legal to finding the right property, I've got your back. Like and subscribe for more tips with me, David Hanson, your go-to real estate pro with Hanson Capital Homes.